Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulihil Kareem. Wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man istanna bi sunnatihi ila yawmiddin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers. Last 2 weeks we've been doing this, the year of delegation, the 9th year of the Hijrah mainly. But we said that the year of delegation started in the 5th year of Hijrah basically, but in the 9th year it was more people coming and accepting Islam from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Inshallah ta'ala today we'll finish this. The first week we did the first part we did almost 5 or 6 of the delegation team. Last week we did 3, and inshallah ta'ala today also we'll mention 3. But in the books of the Seerah, if you look at any books for Ibn Kathir or At-Tabari, and you will see that probably more than 100 names, minimum 100 names of the tribes who came and accepted Islam from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But we, because of the time and everything, so we just made the main ones and some hadith and some wisdom from those tribes. So today, inshallah ta'ala, we'll start with the one. It is called the tribe of Banu Hanifa and the story of Musailam al-Kazzab. So the Banu Hanifa is one of the tribe, and this is the tribe that they were the biggest tribe after the death of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They became murtad, so they didn't accept Islam. And Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, he declared a war against them. It's called the Al-Hurbul Ridda, so the battle of the Ridda with these people. So their leader was this guy Musailam al-Kazzab. His name was actually basically Musailam al-Habib. So what was he basically? He was a Christian by religion, and in his young age he went to the Jerusalem, the Palestine, and to the Roman people to learn about Islam and everything. And when he came and when he know that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is claiming the prophethood and everything, and people are coming to Islam more and more and more, so he became angry and everything, because he had his own tribe, his own people who used to value him, give him respect and everything. And this is very common in our time also. If you are a person of respect and honor, you are very hard for sometimes people to accept another people who has this one. And he can see that all this battle happened. So he had the knowledge that all the battle the Muslims are winning and winning and winning, and the number of Islams, the Muslims are growing and growing. So he became arrogant and everything. But he knew that he has no other way to go to Rasulullah and accept Islam or have some treaty or something. So in his mind he has no plan for accepting Islam, but he has a plan to make a deal, make a treaty with Rasulullah. And he went there and he said, yes, that's fine, my tribe and me will accept you and will follow you as long as 2 conditions. First of all, after you die, I will rule over. So if I live longer than you, at that age actually he was older than Rasulullah, because he was almost in his 60 and 62, almost like same age or maybe more than the year of Rasulullah. But he's saying, if you die, I will be the one who will in charge of all these people. And also, you have to share your prophethood with me. Like Harun was a prophet to Musa, I will be the prophet after you. And Rasulullah, before he came, actually Allah has given the wahi to Rasulullah through a dream. And this dream is described in vivid detail in Bukhari. Rasulullah one day said, I had a dream that I had 2 gold bangles in my hand. And in Islam, you are not allowed to wear gold. For a man, you are not allowed to gold. So I feel very uncomfortable in the dream that I have 2 bangles. And somebody in my dream told me to blow blow in the name of Allah, and I blow it on both my hands, and the bangles came out. And then I realized that these are the 2 false prophets, meaning the 2 Dajjalun. And Rasulullah said, before the main Dajjal comes in, before the day of judgment, there will be 30 Dajjalun. So there will be 30 Dajjalun. They're like small Dajjal, like false prophet, whatever they're trying to do. And before the main Dajjal comes, and the first 2 are the 2 in his hand, the bangles. And he said one of them is Musailam al-Kazzab, and another was the Talha. We can talk about them later on. But one of them was Musailam al-Kazzab. So when Musailama came and told Rasulullah about this condition, Rasulullah had a stick in his hand, like a branch of a tree or something. And Rasulullah said, even if you want this from me, I will never give you. Wallahi, I'll never give you this one to you. Prophethood, forget about prophethood. And Allah already warned me about you, that you will be a Dajjalun and you will be a false prophet. So of course their tribe didn't accept Islam, and they left Medina. And when he went to Medina, after a few days, he again sent a letter to Rasulullah, and he said that now after I met you and everything, I have placed myself alongside you. So before he was asking for the prophethood, Now, after he met Rasulullah, he already placed himself as a prophet. So now he is claiming that he is already a prophet. So he wrote a letter to Rasulullah, and he said, still you have time, you accept my proposal, and accept my thing. Then Rasulullah said to the people who brought the letter, they said, if it is not the rule that the messengers are not being killed, meaning the people who bring the ambassador who bring the letters and everything, I would have told to execute you, because this is a kufr. Because when there's a prophet and he's claiming that he's a prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so Rasulullah didn't accept that letter and let them go. So this was the story of Musaylim al-Kazzab, and as I mentioned, that after they died, Rasulullah passed away. These are the big tribe that they became murtad and they didn't follow the Islam. And Musaylim al-Kazzab was killed by a famous guy. You all should know who killed Musaylim al-Kazzab. We told this before. In the battle, when Abu Bakr declared a battle with these people, there was a Sahaba who killed Musaylim al-Kazzab. Anybody remember? Brother Amin, you should remember. Washi. Remember? Washi, who killed Hamza, Rasulullah ta'ala an. And Washi, Rasulullah, when he accepted the Islam, when Rasulullah was very angry with him, because Hamza was very close to Rasulullah, and Rasulullah told Washi that, don't show your face to me. So go away from here, don't show the face to me. So Washi went from there, but when Rasulullah passed away, as he was asking dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Washi, that, oh Allah, give me a chance to, do my repentance, so that, I can, do something good for Islam, so that that sin that I did in the Jahiliyyah, I killed Hamza, so I can be forgiven. So Allah given him the chance to kill Musaylim al-Kazzab, and he's the same way, he threw the javelin and he killed Musaylim al-Kazzab, and maybe inshallah ta'ala, maybe Allah have accepted his repentance. The next tribe is the tribe or Himyar, and some other tribes, and the Himyar is a tribe from the Yemen. So, and this is not the only tribe, I'm just mentioning this tribe, then there are other few tribes. These are the tribes from the Yemen. And Yemen is a place, at that time, they are the most easiest people to accept Islam. And these are the tribes, they had so much love and knowledge, they have a, interest to know about Islam. And we have so many hadiths. If you go through the books of hadith and books of Seerah, you will see there are a lot of interesting hadiths that we use in every day in our life, about the salah, about our hijab, about our aura, about the wudu and everything. These are asked by Sahaba, and if you read the name of the Sahaba, you'll never know about the Sahaba, because these are like one-time Sahaba. So they came to the Rasulullah as a delegation, stayed in Medina, and only asking questions, because they want to know about Islam, they want to spread the Islam. And that's why Rasulullah praised the people of Yemen a lot. If you look at the hadith that how Rasulullah praised the people of Yemen, you'll be amazed. One of the hadiths, he said that, in the day of judgment, after the day of judgment, I will be waiting in my house, the house of Rasulullah, the Al-Kawthar. I'll be waiting there with my stick in my hand, and I will see people of the Yemen are coming, and I will put a stick to the other people to make space for them. Imagine the scene, that the people of Yemen are coming, and he is making space for them. So they are the first people to get the water from Al-Hawd. That is one of the hadith. Also Rasulullah said to all the Sahaba that these are the best of the soul of the humankind. They have the best of the soul, and they have the softest of the heart of the Yemen people. And one of the hadiths, they mentioned that they used to ask a very interesting question. Like, these are the people, they ask question, Ya Rasulullah, we accept Islam and everything, make dua for us. Can you tell us how everything began? And these are the question of Aqidah. How was everything began? What was Allah before? Is there anything before Allah? How did Allah created everything? What was created before? Then Rasulullah, describe all these hadiths that we know now. That 50,000 years ago, Allah, put all the rizqs and everything. Allah wrote down everything with His kalam. Allah's arsh was on top of the water. Then Allah made the heavens and the earth. All these questions were asked by these kind of people. Also, one of the hadiths, about the aura. One of the guy asked, Ya Rasulullah, tell us how should we do our aura? Meaning, are we allowed to, show our aura to who do or not? Then Rasulullah said, yeah, you're only allowed to show your aura to your spouse, and that's it. And then the guy asked, okay, what if I'm alone? What if I don't have a spouse? And I'm alone in my room? Then Rasulullah said, no, Allah has more right upon you. So, and that's from there we have a fiqh ruling that, even if you're alone at home or something, we should maintain our aura in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because, we should be shy to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also Rasulullah said in one of the famous hadiths that, Al-imanu iman yamanin, Al-imanu yamanin, wal-hikmatu yamanai. Meaning, the iman is imani, the Yemeni. The Iman is from the Yemen people, and the Hikmah is Yemenite. meaning it's from them. So it is a very great hadith. So iman and hikmah, both like the best of these two things you will find in the people of the Yemen. So Rasulullah praised them a lot, and they came, and some groups of them, they already accepted Islam, and they came to Rasulullah just asking for dua. So they traveled so many miles and hours and everything, just come to us, Ya Rasulullah, we already accepted Islam, we already following the prayer and everything, but just please make dua for us. So Rasulullah make dua for them, and praise them and everything. The last tribe for today, the tribe of Najran, the Christian monk, and as you know that in our Quran class we are doing Surah Al Imran, and we talked about this already a little bit, and I'll very quickly go through this one. As you all know this, the Najran is a place that's full of Christian people at that time, at the time of Rasulullah, and Rasulullah sent them a letter to the people of the Najran, to the Christian people, that look, I call you in the name of the God of Ibrahim, Isaac, and Yaqub. This is, I am the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you accept Islam. This is the Quran that Allah given us from me. If you don't accept Islam, then you have to stay here and you have to pay jizya. And if you reject both of them, then you have to fight with us. So this is the letter Rasulullah sent to them. Once they received this letter, they talked about themselves and they say, yeah, we have in our book that maybe this is the prophet that we have been waiting for. Let's go and see him. Some people say, yeah, even if he's not the prophet, we should go and see his strength, how strong he is, how are his men and everything. Then we can choose one of these options. Should we fight with them or should we take jizya and everything? So a group of people, and especially the monk, a group of 60 people, usually delegations, as we mentioned before, people come like 10 people, 5 people, 15 people. But there are a lot of people. 60 people came, and they came to Medina, and it was the time of Asr. And when they came in, and they asked Rasulullah the first thing, that this is our time to pray. So we want to pray. And Sahaba said, no, you cannot pray here because it's a mosque. But Rasulullah told them, no, they are allowed to pray here. So they went inside the mosque, and they faced toward the east. So if you go to the mosque of Rasulullah now, the Qibla, where you stand for the Qibla, they were facing left. So for some of group of the Christian at that time, they used to do their prayer for facing east. So the left side of the Rasulullah mosque. So they did the prayer there, and they probably stayed there for 3 or 4 days. Some books says 3 days, some says 4 days. So in the first day they talk about the debate about the Isa alayhi salam. They have lots of questions of Isa alayhi salam, and then about all this debate, Rasulullah told them about the Isa and everything, and then they asked, okay, if we agree that Isa is of the Virgin Mary, so who is his father? So tell us who is his father. Then Rasulullah didn't answer them. Rasulullah said, wait, Allah will answer them. So at that night, the Surah Al Imran, the big part of the Surah Al Imran revealed because of this incident, as we mentioned before, ayah 33 to 63, most of the scholars say, almost 30 ayah was revealed about this one. And in that Allah said, Inna masala Isa indallahi ka masalil Adam. Meaning to Allah, the example of Isa is like Adam. Khalaqtuhu min teen, summa qala lahu kun fayakun. So I created Adam and Isa the same way. Adam didn't have father and mother. So Allah give the example. And also we'll go through the surah as we are going on Saturday. A lot of things Allah mentioned about Isa alayhi salam, Zakaria alayhi salam, Maryam alayhi salam, Yahya alayhi salam, all this story. And Allah said, Rasulullah, you are not there at that time. How did you all these things? Anyway, so all these things were delivered to them, and they listened to them, but they still didn't want to accept. And then at the end, Rasulullah said, this ayah is also in the Surah Al Imran, Rasulullah said, okay, even after all this, if you don't want to accept, if you think you are the truthful, then let's do mubahala. What is mubahala? Mubahala means like cursing each other in the name of Allah. So you come, and in the ayah, in the Quran it says, Allah said, bring your children, bring your wife, and then bring yourself, and we ask Allah, if I am the liar, Allah bring the curse on the group of the who is lying. So the two groups coming up, whoever is a liar, you call in the name of Allah, Allah punish them, Allah curse the one who is lying, because both cannot be right. The main thing, the basic thing, whatever we say that we have traditional, mismatch with the Jewish people, with the Christian people, they also have the same. But at the end, both cannot be right. They say Isa is the God. Some of them say Isa is the Son of God. Astaghfirullah, right? So it cannot be the same. So Rasulullah said, tomorrow morning you come outside, we'll come outside, I will call my wife and everything. And Rasulullah in the morning, he called all his wife. He called Ali, he called Fatima, he called Hassan and Hussein, everybody, because they are Ahlul Bayt. And this incident again, for some reason, the people in the other group, the Shia, they use this incident because Rasulullah called Ali and Fatima and Hassan Hussein, they said, this is something special. But obviously they are Ahl Bayt. Rasulullah called them, this is his daughter and everything, right, his son. So they use this evidence as a big evidence that Ali is special, Fatima is special and everything. Anyway, that's a different tangent. But so Rasulullah called all of them and they came here, and the Christian people, they also came out, but they said no, we're not going to do mubahala, because they had a talk about themselves, and they said if it is true, if he is true, then we will be vanished from this world. Because they also know about the mubahala, so they said we accepted jizya, so we accept the second option. So they accepted the second and they left Medina, and on their way, one of the guy from their group, they asked the main guy, why did you accept jizya? We should maybe fight with them and everything. Then he said, no, we think he is the true prophet. So if he is a true prophet, why didn't you accept him? Then the leader said, you know that we have relationship with the Roman, we are getting honor, we are getting money every year, because the Christian, the Nazarene is very close to the Roman empire at that time, and Roman is the biggest empire. They don't want to lose this one. And that's what Allah mentioned in the Quran so many times, in so many ayat, just for the dunya, they rejected the truth. And that guy who was asking, he came back to Medina later on, and he accepted Islam. He said, no, I'm not going to stay with you. If you are saying he's a true prophet, and just because of the incentives from the Roman and everything, you're going to reject them, I'm not going to be one of them. So he came and he accepted Islam. But the people of Najran, they stay there during the lifetime of Rasulullah and also the time of Abu Bakr, and they pay jizya. But Rasulullah said in the contract, like in the jizya, that it is up to us. We can end the jizya whenever we want. So as long as we want, you have to pay jizya. Otherwise, we'll fight. And in the time of Umar radiallahu anhu, because Umar radiallahu anhu, he wanted to make the whole Jaziratul Arab, the Muslim land, so he told them to go away from there, stop the jizya, and you find some place, somewhere in, so probably they left there and went somewhere near the Europe or something, we don't know that, but at that time, the jizya was stopped, and they left from the Jaziratul Arab, the whole area, the Najran area, and only few, at the time of Umar, only few groups of people were the Jewish people, some different parts of the Arab. Other than that, the whole Arab became the Muslim. So inshallah ta'ala we'll finish it here. Jazakallahu khairan. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.